If you're having a hard time with health, wealth, and heart, something we talk about a lot here at Parent Projects, but that wealth in particular, and you want to look past just valuation and also understand the values of everything that's going on when painting a picture for somebody's, for mom and dad, and what their finances are looking like, keeping them in charge as long as possible, but still having a backup plan for when it comes over and maybe it's your plate, or maybe it's on you to help find the right person to lead your family through it. You're not going to want to miss this episode today. Sitting down with my very good friend, Malia Madrid with Consider It Done Seniors, who's going to walk through how her daily money managers can step into that hole. It's probably something available to you today, and we are just excited to get into it, shall we?
Yes.
The Business in Focus podcast begins right now. Well, hello, everybody. It is November in 2025 when we're shooting this episode. And today in the Parent Projects, Business in Focus podcast, we're highlighting a great business, Consider It Done Seniors, with Malia Madrid. Malia, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, it is really a blessing to get to highlight what you guys do, how you do it. And you have a different approach to the way that finance is commonly approached. Everybody kind of, I think in the past, it's all or nothing. And you have found a way, it seems, to bridge mom and dad's experience into where we as families might play a role in a lot of this. Did I get that?
You said that beautifully. Thank you. You wrapped that up beautifully. Thanks.
So, we while we're pulling some of this other stuff out, talk to us a little bit about you, what end of the value you are, and give us a quick overview really quickly. Consider It Done Seniors, where you at and what do you guys do?
We are daily money managers and administrative assistants for seniors. So we help open mail, pay bills, call and follow up with insurance claims. I mean, I've homeowners, car, medical. We are there for the business of life. And that's really what we help seniors do, is we help bridge that gap. Now with technology, with fraud and scams, and, you have multi-factor authentication, you have online portals. It's really hard to navigate life. And so that's what we help our seniors do.
And you Phoenix, Northwest Valley primarily is where you're anchored out of.
Yes, but we cover the whole valley.
You cover the whole valley?
Yeah.
You're all the way down here in Mesa today.
Yes.
Pretty busy with me. And then I think you've got some television studio stuff as well to get down, right?
Hopefully, yes. We're going to see what happens there.
Well,
talk about some fraud and scams.
So that is a good way to go around. Everybody that comes down here, we integrate AI into a lot of the stuff that we do. We build it human-centric, wrap it around human beings. Mm-hmm. But as part of that, everybody comes through and we do an AI bio off of you in a workup as to what the internet's kind of tracking.
Oh my gosh.
It's an exciting thing to see. So with that, I want to talk about I'm going to talk about you and AI's kind of take away on you, right? So you are the CEO and founder of Consider It Done Seniors. You're also president and founder of what was Malia's mission, and now it is a Golden Rule Alliance. Is that right? 501c3 here in the Valley, oriented at making the world a better place for seniors and a safer place for seniors.
Absolutely.
You're based in Arizona, Sun City, west of the Phoenix Metro. You have a bachelor's degree in business management and accounting with prior experience in banking, accounting, bookkeeping across various industries, construction, medical, trucking. Mm-hmm. Your core inspiration are your grandparents' aging challenges, billing disputes, tax issues, administrative overload, and it sparked your mission to serve seniors. In brief, Consider It Done Seniors provides in-home and remote care focused on aging adults. And from us, it says we have a wonderful shared mission alignment. Your focus is on dignity, respect, and independence.
Yes.
Among aging adults. It dovetails pretty darn strongly with Behold, Be Held, and Be Moved, which is the way we come around. So that framework, awareness to belonging, I think is going to be absolutely awesome. And I love the nonprofit side, which I think we'll probably end up doing a whole side episode in that.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah. I'd love to share more about that.
Yeah. You and me both. You and me both. This is sometimes a fickle industry, a difficult industry, especially, obviously we're working with adult children
Yeah.
and doing that. And they can be overwhelmed the moment they kind of hit the ground and a lot's coming at them. It can be difficult to serve in that side. It talks about your grandparents in brief and some challenges there.
Yes.
But what was your parent project, or what was it that really led you to inclining your heart towards this line of service?
It was taking care of my grandmother.
Yeah.
She fell, she broke her elbow, she walked into the hospital. 4 months later, they wheeled her to a rehab center to learn how to walk again. She couldn't do anything. She got MRSA. They almost killed her. I mean, it was a horrible experience.
Yikes.
And so during that time, I had to move in with my grandfather. He couldn't be left alone.
Yeah.
And it was challenging to take care of him, but my grandfather cognitively, he had a stroke. He was kind of slipping. So I didn't realize how it was for a lot of very independent and very smart seniors out there until my grandmother got home.
Yeah.
And then when she got home, we started going to doctor's appointments, and the way people talk to them and the stuff they expect them to do is ridiculous. So they would throw stuff out here, fill this out. It was like single space. She had to put in all this health information. She had MRSA in one arm. She broke an elbow. That's why she was there.
And nothing ever fits normally into any of those.
I couldn't even, I'm barely right. And I'm like, how, and then when she's asking him questions, the way they were talking to her, and it frustrated me. My grandmother was the smartest person I know up until literally the day she died. Yeah. She looked at my brother and she said, he's your problem now, meaning my grandfather. And she passed away that night.
Wow.
So it bothered me because I knew how smart she was. I knew she wasn't stupid. And I knew she wasn't paying attention to what they said, or she didn't understand because she didn't feel well. Yeah. And so that bothered, that bothered me. And so it all was very organic. I was working with a financial planner that had a tax practice. I was going to school at the time. And I noticed it was harder for some of our seniors to come into the office. And so I started going to their home to prepare taxes. And we still do that. We have a little printer we take and we do everything there. And over the course of a couple of years, I saw it was a lot harder for them to maintain the business of life. I came to a client's house and there was mail everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, they must not have opened their mail since last year when I left for their taxes.
Yeah.
Well, he had a stroke. He didn't feel well. She never handled anything. They didn't know what was important and what wasn't. So they just kept everything. And so that's when I started going through their stuff. Can I help you organize this after tax season? Yes. And then I started noticing fraud. So I would help them combat that. Got some money back for them. And it was all very organic.
Yeah.
It was word of mouth until 2019 when I opened Consider It Done Seniors. And here we are. But my goal is to keep seniors independent.
Yeah. And able to, because the story you give your grandmother is stories that I have in my own parent projects and other families. There's a lot they're capable of doing.
Absolutely.
There may be a couple of things that become overwhelming, like filling out a form that's not designed well for them.
Yeah.
Or some process that they don't fit into.
How about reading the mail? So this is where it really sticks out to me. My grandmother, extremely smart, would have to get up out of her lift chair, hobble over into the kitchen, get her magnifying glass out, get her big light out, open the mail, go through the 20 pages that they send out to look at the one she actually needed that pertained to her, right? And then use that stupid magnifying glass to try to read it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I just read it to her, and this is what it says, what do you want to do? She could tell you right then and there.
Absolutely.
But it's just so overwhelming to do those
the tasks and the logistics. And we see that when people get older in the healthcare side of like dementia or whatever, and diseases off of that side where, and not saying this is dementia, but in that standpoint where the shower becomes, it's all of the activities that we take for granted that have to be done for that one thing, from moving in a tight space or opening and manipulating this thing and opening this thing. And that becomes, you get tired. I remember in helping my grandmother in her first, in my first project, if you will, before it was even a thing for me. And she was like, look, I have about 4 hours of energy in a day. It's like, I don't want to spend it vacuuming.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend like, I love these things. Like, that's all I get in my day. And so that lean in, you built around that. So the lean in around organizing, we talk about health, wealth, and heart. It seems like your business really speaks well to
Yeah.
the wealth understanding as well as the heart of what's
Yes.
behind why they make their decisions, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, we really try to, the focus is on our senior.
Yeah.
What do they want in life? What do they need? When we're fortunate enough to work with somebody when they're more independent, it's easy because we can make a smooth transition over to their family, their fiduciary, their attorney later in life. We have everything set up for them. We know where the money is. We know what the bills are. We know if there's a lot of times we can foresee things. For example, a client, that has to come out of rehab and needs 24/7 care just for a short period of time, maybe a month and a half.
Yeah.
Well, that's $35,000. So that's when we can reach out to the financial planners and they can get stuff going. Unlike other people who sit and put it on credit cards, learn to pay later, and then they're pulling money out of places. They're not
Another
talking to
thing to
people.
manage. Another
Yes.
account to log in with
Yes.
multi-factor authentication.
Oh my
Another,
gosh.
like,
Sorry.
yeah.
I hate it. And I understand why corporations are doing it. They're trying to cut down on fraud and scams, but it's just creating another barrier for seniors.
Right. Well,
It's so hard.
It's not designed for them. And that design thinking going into products, I think about how much Apple spent, how much time in design thinking of designing that product, and others do a similar thing. But there's just not a lot of that with as fast as technology is going. A lot of that technology just doesn't, that gap's not being bridged.
Yeah.
As fast as businesses are acquiring a taste for implementing it in their business, it seems.
Yeah.
So you're not a fiduciary, though.
No, we're not a fiduciary.
Talk to us about a daily money manager.
I'm not your power of attorney. I'm not going to make decisions. I'm not taking over everything. I kind of equate it to an accountant, a bookkeeper for a business, but we do it for your life. We help you maintain the business of your life. We're going to help you make sure your bills are paid. We're going to make sure that you're on budget, or if you need to increase your care, we can help you and your family decide, or you decide where you're going to take that money from.
Yeah.
What's most advantageous regarding taxes and your investment strategies and stuff. We're not financial planners, but we can work with your financial planners.
Yeah.
And we really can, like I said, a lot of times there's a lot lost in communication. And when people meet with attorneys, financial planners, I've seen they don't always, they forget, they don't tell everything. They're forgetting that, care has increased $6,500 a month. That's a lot. Your pension's not covering that. So your financial planner needs to know that you're pulling that out now and you're going to spin that down, so they can help you plan and maybe make adjustments. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So to the same degree that a healthcare advocate can come in to start getting some of those things maybe organized specifically on healthcare, this keeps that financial picture going. So mom and dad can do that as long as possible, but then as whomever else steps in, if whoever's got agency next, whether it's a power of attorney who's they've been named to take over, or it's just helping the accountant during tax season, or the financial planner annually, or their insurance guy when they're trying to figure that out. That's a great bridge.
You can call us if you need something. We had a woman call because she had a problem with her homeowner's insurance. They canceled her in the middle of a claim. And then because of her age, she had surgery. There's a lot of things. It was hard to connect with the contractor again. So her walls were like open all summer. Yeah. So her electric bills were really, really high. She couldn't get anywhere. So we went over there and helped communicate with everybody to see what needed to happen to get this complete and done. So
and then if multiple businesses are helping out, I mean, there may be 2 or 3 vendors, they can all get the same story.
Yes, it's easier to have one point of contact.
Oh my gosh.
And so I still work with people who have power of attorneys. They may not live locally, or there's a lot of family involved. And so for transparency, they like to have us there to pay the bills, to help. I really advocate for my seniors. If I feel that they need a piece of equipment, maybe I will say, I really think that the doctor said they should have this. This is something that you guys, it's in their budget. I really think that you should get this for them, because I've noticed sometimes people, when families take over the money, they're afraid to spend it.
Yeah.
Because they don't want people to say anything, because people are very judgy, especially with family. People always assume things. I've seen a lot of
assumption.
A lot of assumption. Because they come to me and I'm like, wait, what? That's not what it was. And so we work with families on all levels, but somebody has to be making those decisions for
Right.
the loved one. But we try to keep people independent. We like people, to feel like they have a say and they're getting what they want and it is their money. Sometimes I have clients complain, my son's only worried about my money or my
Yeah.
daughter's only worried about my money. And I try to explain, no, they want to make sure you're taken care of. They know care costs a lot of money.
Right.
And so we have those, and we have tough conversations with people when it's time for their loved one to leave their home because they just don't have the financial resources to stay home.
Right. But you're there to give that individual assessment of
Yes.
things that are going on.
Yes, we do financial intakes and financial spin down reports for people, and we allow them, this is how many years you'll have left if you do this. This is how many years you'll have left if you put mom here.
Mm-hmm.
So they have an idea of what the money will do and how far it will go.
Well, that is relief, I imagine, to almost everybody who's trying to figure that out. Not just what people are thinking of you, but really what do you have and where do you sort that out? It allows people to jump in much quicker.
Well, you can make rational decisions because you're making emotional decisions.
Educated, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're making really, your mom's sick. You want the best. This is what your options are with the money. So it brings people back in and really focuses on, okay, what's the best care we can get for the money that we have.
I think you've really covered those things really, really well. If people are looking for more information on what a daily money manager is, hopefully here in your Phoenix marketplace, but even if they have questions about it someplace else, we can help kind of connect them.
Yes.
You can help connect them to somebody down in that area through a network. And
we're part of the Association of Daily Money Managers. There's a national association of us. Not all daily money managers work with seniors, but most of us, we do. A lot do. So you can go, I call it ADAM. It's the American Association of Daily Money Managers. And you can look up a daily money manager in your area.
Great.
Like I said, a lot of them are very financially heavy. That's what they work on. They don't necessarily do all the administrative tasks that we do here with Consider It Done Seniors, but it's a great place to start, especially if you need help with your family or if you feel there might be problems later with the money and you just want clarity and transparency. Get a daily money manager.
Oh, you are a great blessing to the Parent Projects ecosystem. Happy to have you guys in and around that. It is get that information. We'll throw those links down below inside the description of whatever platform you're watching this on. So if you're looking for Adam or you're looking to connect back out, obviously with Consider It Done Seniors, we make it easy to find you.
Thank you.
Anywhere it is. So anything in general, that you want families, just as that part as they should be thinking about, and how should they get a hold of you first?
Well, you can always go to our website. It's cidseniors.com for more information. And you can give us a call at 602-671-3623. And you can schedule a consultation and either myself or one of the other daily money managers will come out and kind of guide you through the process. It might be you might just need one project. You might need ongoing services. We have packages for ongoing services and we can do things. We can tailor packages to fit the needs of the seniors and the families. So give us a call because we want to help keep your seniors independent, keep them safe and fraud free. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
That is one reason you need an extra set of eyes. And sometimes it's easier coming from an outside person than a family member to kind of tell the parent, maybe you shouldn't go to that website or spend, or maybe you should close that credit card. It's just easier than a family member telling them. So keep us in mind.
I think well said. A blessing, I think, to any family that's trying to get that assessment and to manage through that end of life in a parent project. So thank you so much for sharing your time, talents, and treasures with us in our community today.
Well, thank you for having me. And thank you for creating Parent Projects. We need more people to use this. More people are in need.
Thank you. Well, that's it for the team this week, and thanks for joining us. If you've enjoyed the content, remember to subscribe and to share this episode on the app that you're using right now. Your reviews and your comments, they really help us expand our reach as well as our perspective. So if you have time, also drop us a note. Let us know how we're doing. For tips and tools to clarify your parent project, simplify communication with your stakeholders, and verify the professionals that you choose, you can find us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks again for trusting us. Until our next episode, behold and be held.
Thank you for listening to this Parent Projects podcast production. To access our show notes, resources or forums, join us on your favorite social media platform or go to parentprojects.com. This show is for informational and educational purposes only. Before making any decisions, consult a professional credentialed in your local area. This show is copyrighted by Family Media and Technology Group Incorporated and Parent Projects LLC. Written permissions must be granted before syndication.